All right, back in our same scene, we're going to look at how to switch from one level to the next inside of VR. This is a pretty simple process that just builds on what we've done previously. So you can see this is my, I guess, kind of daytime level, and if I go to the other level, which is number 16, you can see this is sort of my pseudo nighttime level. So what I want to do is in VR be able to move between the two. And you could set this up to trigger by a button on the controller, or you could set up some kind of like walk through scenario that would do the same thing. And doesn't necessarily make a whole lot of sense here, but I'm going to make it so that if I walk through this doorway, it changes levels on me. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to go to Blueprint. Just do it right here. And we'll do an actor, and we'll say pass through level change. And we'll open this blueprint up, and I'm going to go and grab a box collision. And I'm going to drag it over the scene root so that that box collision is now the root of this. Now, one thing, every time I do that, I always forget that when you make that move, you can't move the object anymore, or scale it for that matter. I think what we'll do is drag our blueprint in. I'm going to hit G, and it's still going to work. I'm just going to move it into position like so. Put it right in the doorway, and maybe put it up about here, I guess. And now what I want to do is go to the event graph, and on that box I want to right click, add event, add component, begin, overlap. So from here I'm going to pull a wire, and it's going to say open level by name. And with this open, I could type in the name of the level, but I think just to make things easier later, I'm going to right click on where it says level name and promote it to a variable. And now that I've done that, you'll notice over in the variable section here, there is a level name, which is this. And if I click that little I to open it, this will expose it in the details. So you'll notice I have it selected here. And now if I look over in the details of this blueprint, there's level name. Currently it says none. So we could change the name here, but I'm just going to go ahead and put in 16 and compile. And that means that now when I am in play mode and I walk through and I enter that box, I'm going to switch to level 16. So now what I need to do is the same thing for level 16. So let's do File, Save All. And by the way, to make this work properly, you do need to have essentially the exact same setup in terms of the VR pawn should be in the same level in both. And now if I go to 16, the simplest thing to do would be to grab that same blueprint, and you don't have to have this in the same location. It could be in a different location altogether. Suppose I'll just put it here for the time being, but there's no reason I could put it over on the other side of the space. It has no doesn't really matter. And then with that selected, I'm going to go to the level name, and I'm just going to put in 15 and do File, Save All. So now if everything is working as it should, we should be able to play in VR. And if I walk through that doorway, it will send me to the next level. There we are. So now I'm back in the daytime, and if I go back, now I'm in nighttime. I'm getting that weird little glitch. That might be from the screen recording. I don't know, but normally that's quite smooth. And there we go, smoother now. The other thing to note is when you do this, it's going to cast you back to your VR pawn. So notice every time I go to the next level, my starting position is where the VR pawn is. It's not at the teleport location. So if I do that again, you can see I'm standing in the same place. It'd be so cool if I could put those flippers on. But that's level change.